Hey guys, DibtheAwesome here to give you a awesome guide. Today we're looking at the survival dungeon. Now I'm doing the guide on the survival dungeon because it is I think it's the first dungeon. Well, it's the first dungeon in a long time. I know, like in the past, I've seen people commented that in the past that they did a egg dungeon for like Fire Lake Quinn and like Larger Con. Like those are the only two known legendaries to ever have like a dungeon, like a weekly dungeon. Uh, and the reason why I'm doing a guide on survival dungeon is you can get legendary cells. This is cells on Dis Discobolus. And this is actually a really nice monster, and I actually recommend you getting through this maze without losing a monster. And I'm actually going to be showing you guys good ways to keep your monsters alive, what you should use for these kind of dungeons to last till the end. Now, when a monster fates in this dungeon, it cannot be used again in the dungeon. You can't like use cells to bring it back to life, so it is essential that you keep your monsters alive. We're going to move on to the next fight here. And these fights actually take a while to beat too. Like they're like 109 and 108. At the end, I think all the monsters are 130. I think so. As long as you have good runes, you can actually like beat the dungeon. As you can see by my team, I got a defender. I got Bastet. Bastet's a wonderful character for this or a wonderful monster for survival dungeons. I actually recommend you getting her. She's good in PvP in general. She has great sustainability for everybody on your team. So yeah, these are all my monsters. I think I actually lost. There, one of my guys got knocked out. No. Uh, I think my stinger got knocked out. That's why it's not showing up on my thing. Uh, So yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. See, if you lose your monster, you can't revive him again. See, he's defeated, so he can't be used again. So it's kind of essential to keep your monsters alive. So with my current team comp, I have Lux for stamina regeneration. That's the thing too. You don't recover life or anything like that in the dungeons. Uh, I mean, you don't recover hit points, you don't recover stamina, so it's essential to have like a team of like a barrier person, like maybe like Atlas. I mean, like things that can defend your teammates, like Atlas, or things that give get things that give barriers to protect you from damage. Because I don't think you can really one-shot anything in this maze particularly. Uh, or sometimes you can, but I don't think it's a thing unless, yeah, it's a sustainability thing. I say this is probably the only dungeon that's actually really challenging. Uh, because once you get like, a monster 100, dungeons are usually easy. With this though, they use level 130 monsters for sure, or just stuff that goes beyond your current your current highest monster. So that's really hardcore power core. Also, as you can see, I actually have my arcade up to 100. I named him Atari, based on that console, the handheld, one of the very first video game consoles. So yeah, let's get into this fight. Uh, hmm. Alright, so first off, I'm gonna do the AoE barrier to protect my monsters from any form of damage. They might be really high level monsters, but they still use the moves that aren't the best for situations. Like they don't use like AoE stamina, AoE burns. Like for like I think of like Metalhead right here. I don't know if he really has both the burn and the stun. He could just have one or the other, or he could just be using the really bad moves. Uh, I'm actually gonna take out the single areas first off the bat, just because I don't want insta death. Yeah, that's the thing that can really ruin the game too. Actually, is insta death. So if you've come across things like Oros, you gotta take care of that stuff quickly. You do not want things like Oros to be around just because of his insta kill ult. So make sure you take those things like that out quickly. I'm not too worried about Metalhead because his is a 4-turn dealio. I'm gonna do AoE life now. Bastet just works wonders, and in general, you should get her. Bastet's such an awesome monster. I'd say I can use Belt of Venus. I want to make sure my stamina is efficient. Gonna use Trip Continue. Land of the Free. Ah, shit. Right. I'm gonna do Big Barrier on this guy. I see. I don't know why people don't like the 120 health shield. Like Bastet gives a 120 health shield. I see like sets do like the AoE shield, the Chalice of Life, and then the 45 damage move with no turn cooldown, and the stun, of course. I don't see why people do the 45 damage thing. I know it's good against Tymeron, but overall, situationally, I think you would want the 120 life barrier for your monsters. Because honestly, you will never kill a monster with a level 100, like a 120% barrier. So I like it. I chose the 120 barrier because it's really life sustaining. I'm gonna do. Let's do this. Let's attack Metalhead. Shields are so nice because what the thing with shields is you don't take any damage really. I don't want to lose. I don't know how much hit points. I don't know how much hit points my Lux is at. I hope it's a decent amount. That's another thing you gotta keep track of too, is to make sure like your monsters don't die on you. Gonna do continue or game over. I'm just gonna finish this fight up. Bam, slam, jam. So yeah, Bastet's a really good monster. Very good for survival dungeons. I'd say one of the best. I'm not too sure, like, one of the YouTubers I watch says, like, Invark would be the best for this situation. I'm kind of iffy on that, simply because, like, it has, like, the healing takes time. You want insta-heal, so you want, nature monsters, honestly, for stuff like this, so, like, or, like, things that, if you can cycle in between and heal your monsters and what's not. So, like, things like the, I don't know, General Achilles would do great on this map too, or just this dungeon. We're gonna do Hero Strike. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, I totally goofed up. I should have done AoE barrier. Man, I hope they don't kill my whatchamacallit. Alright, alright, let's do this. Attack. Javelin. Should have done AoE barrier first. Do healing. Oh man, still does high damage. I'm gonna do Galaga. It's a good thing I did that second, I guess. Gonna see if I get the healing ult. Lux is really nice because she has a healing ult that also deals damage. I'm not getting it so far, so it's not too good. I'm gonna save my stamina because I need to be able to cycle between it. So yeah, this is also a good thing to note that you should probably get your again, this is why you should get your temples to 100 so you can do the dungeons like this and get like level 9 cells. Not cells, runes. Just simply because you're able to do this. So like if you had like level 9 runes, you wouldn't have to really worry all that much about clearing the dungeons because the monster stats are going to be higher than these stats, their stats, even though like they're level 130, they're not running any runes. Hopefully they don't do that in the future. But that's how you do survival dungeon. Anywho, I guess I could look over like suitable team combinations for you guys. Let's see, change team. What else would you want? Besides barriers or like people like Bastet that can give like shields and stuff like that, lifesteal is a pretty good thing. I'm saving my Will Razorface for the fight at the end simply because he's higher level, or he's my highest level monster so far. I got the Atlas by 100, by the way, guys. I've been working on that for a while, and I finally got him to 100. I'm gonna melt that one down. I currently have the other one ready. I got the egg ready for that, so I'm gonna be able to melt down this one and then get that one to 100, and then get a bunch of food so I can rank them up to 105, which is gonna be really nice. Yeah, so you want this is a good Osir the Brave would be a great monster for this, or I guess any VIP monster in general. Would be good in dungeons. Osir can heal, and then Hydrock can do barriers too and stuff like that. You want people that can heal essentially. I'm not too sure. Like I think it depends if you have like high enough strength runes, but like because I don't know if most of the monsters can be really one-shotted in the dungeon. Unless you have like really high strength runes and then a buffer too. Because really with these dungeons, they last a while. I mean, like if they're faster than your attacker, then that's kind of troubling because usually your attacker is only gonna have like one speed rune. But yeah, what else? So you want buffers. You probably want AO. I bet honestly, I bet AOE possessioners would be really good on stuff like this. So like the new monster. Nishan's pet would be great. Really anything with sustainability and like stamina regen really would work well on this map. And that's really all about it. Before I do end this video though, I wanted to show you guys something. Okay, so like I've been working on it for a while. And thanks to my awesome teammates. So yeah, thanks guys. All these guys down here, all my teammates, my 30 teammates and stuff like that. I don't know how many people. Like it doesn't really. It never really tells me like who's donated and stuff like that. But I would like to thank all you guys for donating monster cells. Because now I have actually reached 124 cells, which is really awesome. Thanks guys. I'm going to be able to rank up Gizmo. I guess gotta make sure I'm on rank up. Kind of nervous on that one. Just gotta make sure because I don't want to craft an egg. I can rank up my OCO class. So yeah, this is that. Yep. His name's Gizmo. Gizmo's going to be 105 now thanks to you guys. You guys are awesome and cool. Bam, slam, jam. He's going to take 2 days to rank up. So yeah, that's going to be really cool. Thanks a lot, guys. It means a lot. Thanks for everything. You guys are awesome. So yeah, here's what I'm at with this Discobolus cells. I actually had cells prior to this whole thing. or at least 23 or 22 cells or 21 cells for Discobolus. I'm actually really excited. I might actually just save the cells and then just straight up get Discobolus, just buy him in the future when he becomes available for purchase. He's actually a really good monster. Okay, I honestly don't know about why that people like really hated this guy. Uh, he's honestly a really great monster. Like when he came out in the event, people were trash talking about this guy because of his like power and speed. But they really don't see the meaning of his kit really. He actually runs on zero turn cooldowns. He's actually a really great monster. I mean, like he has the AoE stun and AoE daze on zero turn cooldowns and their special damage moves. This guy is a really great monster. Get the cells in this event, I recommend. If you don't care about ranking Discobolus up, go ahead and use his cells to craft them. Really, the one of the real benefits for upgrading Discobolus really is to make him more tankier, more life sustaining. His life becomes 36,000 K, which is essentially really nice. So I actually recommend you. I'm gonna make a guide on him right after this video actually, and post it today. I'd actually recommend you run life and 2 speeds. This guy is phenomenal. He can pretty much counter Timeron. People don't like dealing with Timeron, and the reason is because like his zero turn. I mean, like the cooldown's deactivated or activated. It's really annoying. So if you run Discobolus, you don't have to worry about that. Because you're going to be able to AoE stun or AoE daze the enemy. You can essentially make it so the turns of cooldowns activated isn't really bothersome because you can still attack. So yeah, I'm excited to get that all done. Yeah, I'm really excited to get that done. I also picked up. I'll show you guys too since I'm at it. I'll pick up the. I'll show you guys what else I got. Storage. I picked up a Mechamancer and an Ox-Tech. I also got Minotaurus now too. And I also have Mr. Flanky, and I picked up Sarah too. I'm actually gonna be able to. I might be able to get 105 Sarah too, so that's gonna be really fun. Yeah, and I guess I could show you guys my progress on illusion maps too. And this is how I'm doing so far. I actually can't. I'm actually gonna try and get Scribe. Scribe. Yeah, Scribe. Yeah, Scribe. Scribe is actually gonna be really good nowadays. People think he's like garbage just because of his stats, but like you have to see his moveset in a competitive view. Like his moves are really good. Like they're really good. Like he can keep your monsters from being possessed. And being possessed is really annoying, and I see that being a really common thing nowadays with Nishan's pet. People are going to be using that guy nonstop. Just everybody in general is just going to be using him, and Scribe is probably the best monster to deal with that monster. Really. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will catch you guys later.